Alright, y'all, back another video, back another reaction. We got Cashnasty, our Animal Planet teacher. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna tell us about the 15 stupidest zoo altercations that ever happened. Check it out. This video like 30 minutes long.
Oh, gotta pay some bills. Yo, what's good, everybody? We got a special video today. We got some of my favorite. You got me spell my IG at Cashnasty. Top 15 stupid zoo guests. What were they thinking? You gotta know I love these type of videos right here, bro. Let's go and get to it.
This man entered a lion enclosure at a zoo and almost pays for his stupidity with his life. Some people just shouldn't leave the house. Here are the top 15 most stupid zoo guests.
Is that a panda?
Like it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Like, you're not Tarzan.
Some people think they are, though.
You are. You human.
Think they Tarzan or something.
Special. We just so
George of the Jungle.
A better conscience of thinking. Put it that way. And we just take away from the animal kingdom, man. You know, we taking away that territory, bro. We making all this, you know, things out of wood, everything, man. We humans, bro, we are the aliens, bro. We're the only creatures, like I always tell you the other day, bro. We're the only creatures that's literally on the planet that has to manipulate their environment to live here. Everybody else, just living.
Number 15, entering a lion enclosure. What's the craziest thing you've ever done after drinking too much? Most of us have a few stories that we're not entirely proud of, but some people completely lose control of their...
I got a lot of them stories.
I have none of those stories.
Maybe one day when I'm old and, you know, everything like that, might do a podcast, man.
I have none of those stories.
I've been my life so far. Telling you, like, you know, we're gonna focus on paying bills right now.
Actions. When they happen to be at a zoo at the time, things can soon become incredibly dangerous. In 2016, guests at the Nehru Zoo Park in Hyderabad, India, were terrified to see a man deciding to cool off in the water, which was 12 feet below the viewing platform of the lion enclosure. Onlookers frantically screamed at him to stay still until...
Look at this fool. Is he Iron Man? Like, why is he like these? What is he doing? Halt. Man, get your Iron Man body. Iron Man looking.
He see raw beef. This don't mean nothing to him, bro. You giving him a sneak peek of what's to become. Bro, this is a whole entrepreneur.
I'm giving him a trailer.
Park rangers
hell are you doing?
The man ignored their pleas and continued to wade through the water towards the waiting lions. Singing to himself, he tried to shake hands with the lions. Luckily for him, they were completely uninterested. Eventually, zoo workers were able to lower a pole and haul them out.
They gotta be feeding them good. They feed them lions good, bro.
They got to.
Boy, you wasn't in a...
Because if that lion was hungry, you would have been 187 right on a tie-dye. Even on a tie-dye t-shirt. I'm telling you. Like I said with the crocodiles, they don't play.
Exactly.
Wild animals.
Almost certainly attacked the man. And jail time would have been the least of his concerns.
Bro, they wasn't going to attack, they was going to eat. What you talking about? Two different things. Eating and attack, two different things, bro. They see nothing but food. That's all they see. They try to survive, bro. That's how they pay their bills.
He was also lucky that they were so well...
Say they pay bills. Say they pay bills.
Even the thought of a big juicy steak wouldn't be enough to deter their natural instinct to hunt. Number 14, retrieving a hat.
Man, if you don't let that hat go and go buy a new one,
to make sure you're adequately protecting yourself from the
better
sun,
create some new legacies with that new hat.
Lotion or wearing a hat.
What you doing? What you doing?
Black people ain't got them problems.
Cash, dude.
Sun. This can be done by applying lotion or wearing a hat, but the risks of being some...
Black people ain't got them problems.
Yeah. We got that melanin going on.
Might happen.
But I still got to put lotion on. I'm telling you right now, bro. I can play Connect 4 on my legs right now, bro. I be that ashy.
Confronted by a ferocious wild animal. In 2016, a visitor to the Toronto Zoo was faced with a dilemma when her hat was caught by a gust of wind and blew beyond a safety fence. Instead of forgetting about it and buying a new one from the zoo's gift shop, she decided to jump over the fence to retrieve it. Problem was, this meant she had entered the tiger enclosure. And despite there being a second fence...
RIP to the hat. Simple. You just got an early Christmas gift. If it's your
birthday,
tiger, there you go. Tony the Tiger. There's
Knowing
a birthday
that
gift.
that tiger
On this
wanted to
occasion, she
put
was
her
able to get
top
her hat and
back.
jump back over their fence.
Stupid,
Onlookers shouting
man.
at her.
Tony the Tiger. Here's your new
Stupid.
birthday
Could have
gift.
ended very differently.
Cause
Zoo officials
it
were
ain't that
unaware of what
serious.
happened until videos were shared online later that day, and immediately launched an investigation to find eyewitnesses so they could ban the woman from visiting again, and potentially launch legal action against her for recklessness.
Stupid, man.
Number 13, skinny dipping.
What
Aquariums
is he
are a great
doing?
place to see the wonders of marine life from around the world in a safe and controlled environment. But there are some people who feel like several inches of reinforced perspex doesn't allow them to get as close to the animals as they would like. In 2018, a man from British Columbia was visiting the Ripley's Aquarium in Toronto when he decided to strip naked and take a...
Ripley's. Believe it or not, we got stupid people like this existing.
Yeah, they do exist.
Man,
Very
some
much
of y'all
exist.
people lucky, bro, that we not back in, way back then in the survival days, man.
Yeah,
We
caveman.
smoked.
Because
The
you would have been over.
days, those days, caveman days.
See,
Y'all
I
wouldn't
told the
make it.
caveman days.
Y'all
Telling
genetically
y'all,
will be cut off. Doing
you
this
ain't getting
stupid
saved.
stuff right here, man. What are you thinking?
You tweaking.
You too stupid to reproduce. Coffee bloodline right there.
Well, you lucky you ain't stop right here.
The problem was, this wasn't a tank full of harmless fish, but was the venue's main attraction that was full of sharks. Frightened guests saw him splashing about while
Literally,
these giant
Ripley's,
swam around
believe it
the
or
pool.
not.
Yeah.
Security guards
I
were
don't
soon
care.
on
He
the
said, I
scene.
don't care.
They told
And
him
I'm
to leave,
believing it
just as
now.
it looked as if he was about
Now,
to
if he
do
come
as
up
was
and
asked,
snatch
he
you,
did a backflip into the water and swam around for a few more
man,
minutes.
you got
before
balls all out in the air,
According to the aquarium,
butt
the
crack
policy
out
is not to
naked,
detain
and you doing this like it's cool?
guests who were willingly leaving the building. But he was soon picked up by police who
Go to
had linked
prison.
him to another
Yeah, bro,
crime.
you one of those. You
Go
for
to
sure
prison,
you're
get
one
butt
of
naked
those.
too. We got children out
Platinum.
here looking at this, bro. Go to prison.
You got your balls all out, butt crack naked.
Dangerous animals.
Yeah,
Usually are much larger than people,
they go
with
them
sharp
boys.
claws and ferocious temperaments.
Cali
Do not
boys.
run away from a bear. Go watch the clip. Bear climbing a tree. You come back, leave a comment after that. That thing can go.
Okay, let's watch it. I'm gonna watch it on this other phone. I'm gonna let this keep playing,
From it, bro.
but I'm gonna watch it on this other phone. A bear climbing a
Bears,
tree.
however, are surprisingly small and appear to be quite docile, which is probably why people tend to think they're much safer to be around.
Tree.
That's not necessarily the case, however, as a visitor to the Nanchang Zoo in Jiangxi Province, China, found out in 2016. The man, identified as Chen, had seen the panda called Mei Ling escape his enclosure.
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna work.
To get a
Simple.
look at the animal. He walked
Where
through
does
the
panda
exhibit
come
and
from?
waved at Mei Ling, but failed to get a response. He decided to get even closer and touch the
Are
bear.
you drunk? Yeah. Yeah. Don't let that face fool you, dog. That panda right there is Steph Curry. Don't let it fool you, dog. That little baby face. Be next on the list.
You got these other people reproducing people and making more stupid people.
I'm telling you.
It was at this point that it woke up. The bear then proceeded to wrestle the man in an attempt to protect itself.
Yeah, he's right.
Overwhelmed by how powerful it proved to be.
Yup, the bear right.
Manages to free himself from the clutches of the bear, escaped the enclosure, and after a medical
That bear right.
examination, was found to be uninjured.
That bear right.
As to why he decided to do this in the first place, police said he had visited the zoo with 2 female companions and was simply trying to show them how brave he was.
Beta.
You could have did anything else on this entire planet.
That's the alpha about this.
Now, if you want a tie-dye t-shirt, now it's gonna be a problem.
Video of you and showing they alpha man how stupid you were.
Number 11, child in a gorilla enclosure. There is a fine line in the design of zoos between keeping the animals safely inside their enclosures.
Y'all seen that movie
while
yet?
letting
Godzilla
visitors
vs.
get
King
close
Kong?
enough to see them. On occasions, this
I think I
has led to
predicted
some
that movie right.
situations.
Look at LSK.
One of the most famous took place in August of 1986
That's
at the Durrell Wildlife
LSK.
Park on Island, New Jersey, in the Channel Islands. When a young boy managed to find himself inside the gorilla enclosure.
LSK and his cousins.
5-year-old Levin
all at the barbecue. Look.
on a wall above the enclosure while his
parents
were looking elsewhere. When he slipped and fell
Just
onto
like
the concrete
LSK.
floor, and in the process
Same
was
body
knocked
build.
unconscious. Crowds gasped as Jambo the gorilla moved toward
That gorilla is thick.
He'd probably be like 6'7" if he was a person.
just a boy. But amazingly,
That gorilla probably like 6'7" as a person.
He stood over the boy gorillas in the enclosure. Jimbo had never seen a human child up close like this before, but his protective instincts kicked in.
I seen some, this is really off topic, but I seen some on the gram earlier today that said something like they was going to plant mini brains in monkeys' bodies, monkeys' heads. Do y'all know what's about to happen if y'all do that? I might put a little, what I found on the gram earlier on the stream. But, bro, y'all ready for Planet of the Apes? They already could turn into that by themselves. If you teach them. They was talking about implanting mini brains in their head. Like,
Right,
man,
where's
tweaking.
the dad? Where's the mama? I'm hopping in there, bro. If that's my son, I'm hopping in there. I'm picking him up. I'm throwing him back overboard, and I'm sacrificing my body. Some cowards.
Facts. It's gonna be me versus that gorilla. Simple. They gonna have to come shoot him.
Good stuff out of gorilla, though.
Zoos install safety barriers and warnings to prevent people from coming face to face with the dangerous animals that they have on show. Sometimes there's nothing you can do to combat stupid. But something that's never been clearer than what happened at the Berlin Zoo in 2009, when a woman decided to take her life into her own hands by going for a swim in the polar bear enclosure. It was feeding time, and 6 keepers were in around the area about to drop pieces of meat in for the bears. For some reason, the 32-year-old thought that this
Bro,
was
that's
the
insane.
to leap over a
That's
fence,
so insane,
line of
bro.
prickly hedges, and a wall to reach
Insane.
the water. She swam
Well,
directly towards the bears.
that's that sign.
Excited as she did so,
If you slip,
she
that's
soon
a sign.
realized her mistake.
You know, that's a great thumbnail. That's a great thumbnail right here. Look at this. You know how good of a thumbnail this is? Look at you getting caught in 4K by a small forward of an animal. A polar bear. This is like a shooting guard small forward type of bear.
Grab it like it's a filet mignon on her back, man.
One of the bears
You got caught in 4K getting caught by a polar bear.
Get some more. It's feeding time.
Leg before the keepers were able to push it back and lower a rope to pull her free. Just as she appeared to be safe, she fell from the harness back into the water, and the bears began to approach her again. But luckily, on the second attempt, she was lifted to safety. It was never clear why she did this.
She got saved.
Weeks in the hospital to recover.
Because it would have been endgame for you.
Go to jail. You need to go to jail.
It's unlikely she'll be in too much of a hurry to do it again.
She need to go to jail for that.
Number 9. Don't leave your car.
Don't leave your car?
Drive-through safari parks are popular visitor attractions around the world. While you're probably all too aware of the risks that your windscreen wipers may be stolen by mischievous monkeys, or that you might encounter a curious lion that walks over to your vehicle.
See, you guys know what my goals is. What I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Africa one day.
Me too. Facts.
I'm vlogging and everything, man.
Me too. I'm vlogging too. I'm going to Africa too, Cash.
But you guys know how they're doing this right with the tourists and everything. I need all doors, man. All this open door stuff.
Yeah, and don't need closed. Close the doors.
I need doors.
I know y'all try to have the African nature smell, but no. You need to roll the windows down in.
One of the most obvious safety precautions
Because
like
these,
inside your car
them is fine. Just roll the windows down.
A French family
with them open doors.
This piece of advice on visiting the Bergen Safari Park near the Dutch city of Tilburg in 2018. However, as video footage shows them and their children leaving their car to get a closer look at the cheetahs, the cats suddenly leap up when they spot the stupid guests and begin to prowl around them to plan their attack. Suddenly,
ooh, yeah.
What y'all thought? Y'all thought these cheetahs are paid actors?
Ooh, yeah. It's game time.
Like, you see that boy prowling like this? Boy,
like those. Like those. Yeah.
They leap up when they spot the stupid guests and begin to prowl around them to plan their attack.
Yup.
The family are surrounded by the cheetahs and realize the danger they put themselves in, and were able to run back to the safety of their car before the wild animals moved in for the kill. The safari park owners said they were extremely lucky to have made it.
Bro, them things could have told both y'all. Bro, y'all lucky. Y'all lucky right here. Man, them things could have. Man.
Out alive, and even though guests are told in several languages that they must stay in their vehicles, there's still a few each year that take a risk like this.
Y'all think it's a
Well, he gonna tell me
game, that's
Bro,
why.
she carrying a child, man. Man, child custody take the children away, man.
You
Yup,
think
I
it's a
said it.
game, that's why.
Just stupid, man. What are y'all thinking, man?
Corn nuts in the building.
That's
You
sad,
thought it was
man.
a game.
Like this.
Obviously.
Why are you bringing a child out the car?
We're constantly adding more people to the Top 5's production team to bring you all the best content. Be sure to subscribe.
We don't care.
No escaping the fact that containing animals within artificial enclosures is inherently unfair to the creatures, and it's no substitute for the lives they would have had in the wild. Quite often, they'll sit around without much to do. Things are only made worse when idiotic guests decide to try to encourage them to do something. This footage was recorded at the lion enclosure at Amsterdam Zoo. The stunning cats are minding their own business when a group of visitors begins throwing snowballs at them. Unsurprisingly, this...
That's like you minding your own business and some little kids throwing eggs at your house. What do you think is gonna happen next?
riles the lions who leap up
Yeah,
into an aggressive
187
posture,
season.
not just because they're being tormented.
Yeah,
Snow
187.
is exactly something they're used to coming into
Or 187. Y'all playing
When they
games.
realize
What are
there's
y'all
nothing they
doing?
can do to prevent attack, the lions start to huddle together to protect
Wow.
each other.
I'm
It's a
tweaking.
horrific example of how stupid
I would never
people
do that.
can be when visiting a zoo, and is definitely
You on the
not
tie-dye.
appropriate behavior. Number 7, Jaguar selfie. With the advent of Instagram and the fact that we all now have powerful cameras on our smartphones, it's rare to go anywhere without seeing someone taking a selfie. Sometimes the quest for the perfect image can put you in danger. In March of 2019, a visitor to the Wildlife World Zoo in Arizona learned this the hard way after jumping over a protective barrier to take a photo of herself with a jaguar in the background. There was still a fence between her and the animal, which she stupidly believed would mean she was safe. But the big cat had other ideas. As she turned her back on it, it swiped its paw through the gap in the fence, slashed her arm, leaving huge gashes.
Yeah,
Onlookers
you
helped
playing
to
games.
distract the jaguar to make it let go of her, but by that time the damage had been done. She was rushed to the
Playing games.
hospital to be treated.
This
Oh,
ain't
this
2K.
was clout, man.
This ain't Fortnite.
Recovery.
You playing games.
That there's no way
This ain't
to fix
GTA.
people going over
What are you
barriers if
doing?
they don't realize
GTA
that they're
roleplay.
there
What are you
for a
doing?
That's
reason.
the cat should still be alive. Do not kill the cat.
Number 6.
All it for
Throwing
clout.
rocks.
Yeah, that
Pandas
ain't the
are
cat fault.
notoriously lazy creatures.
That is not
If
the
you ever
cat
see
fault.
one in a zoo, the chances are it won't be moving around much. It'll spend most of its time sitting in one position. This can be frustrating for excited guests, however, and some decide to take things into their own hands to make things more interesting. In this footage, which was recorded in Beijing Zoo in 2019, instead of shouting at the bear, which would have been bad enough, two guests started pelting the panda with rocks to try to wake it up. According to the person who filmed it, the first person threw smaller rocks, and the second person, who was not caught on camera, threw larger.
This is exactly what I just said with the lions.
Fortunately, on this occasion,
Y'all
the
come in here
panda
throwing
wasn't
eggs
injured
at
at all
somebody's
and
house.
continued on with its usual
What do you think
daily
is gonna
routine.
happen next?
There's no way the culprits could have known that.
As if it's not going through misery right now with you humans just mocking them. In its fake
You act like they want to
habitat
be there
in a
anyway.
Fucking capsule, bro. He's basically in prison. It's just like poking a stick in a prisoner, man.
That would be the case. By the
Shaking
time
my
the zoo
head.
found out about it, it was too late to track them
Y'all do
down
too
and
much.
punish them. But anyone caught doing something like this is rightfully charged and imprisoned for animal cruelty.
Which is good.
Number 5. Etching names
Top
of
5.
rhinoceros. Ever since humans have been able to write, they've been obsessed
Y'all did
with
this?
etching their names onto things. Graffiti has been found on
Y'all
Roman
did
ruins
this?
and even older structures that prove this is true. But have you ever heard of someone carving their name into a living animal? That's what an idiotic couple decided to do in 2019.
A couple.
At the
How did y'all
Pont
even
Zoo
get
in
away with
southwestern
this?
France.
Couple.
Officials noticed something unusual about one of the rhino's backs. Upon closer inspection, found the names of Camille and Julian had been scratched into the dirt and flaky skin.
Menace to society.
The
I ain't
zoo
gonna
has an
pause it.
exhibit
Menace to
where guests can
society.
get close to the animals, with just a small barrier between them, so they can stroke them and really get a feel for what the animals are like. But the idea of marking one of them like this is unforgivable. The zoo said in a statement that they were outraged by the stupidity and disrespect shown by the two visitors.
Highly disrespectful. Yeah.
Very.
And while they wouldn't be
Extremely.
prosecuting them, they wouldn't be welcome back. As for the words that had been left on the rhino, it was nothing that a scrub with a brush couldn't remove. It was probably completely unaware that it had been done in the first place.
Wow.
Number 4.
Top
Man
4.
versus spider monkeys. Brazil is home to some of the most biodiverse regions.
Hey, man,
in
them
the
monkeys
world.
be strong,
You'd
man.
think that if anyone was aware of
You
how
think they be
dangerous
strong?
They be in the weight room on
dog.
the low.
importance of respecting them.
They be in the weight room.
People who have
They
grown
hanging
up
on
there.
branches all day,
It
man.
seems, though, that alcohol caused us all knowledge of this
They
to
be in the weight
disappear.
room.
In 2011, a man was caught on camera doing something incredibly stupid. João Leite dos Santos was a mechanic from Sao Paulo. Later admitted he had been drinking all day before visiting the nearby Sorocaba Zoo, but had no memory of what happened when he got there.
El Pill
In
Zoo.
the video, he's
Nah, boy, you doing... Boy, you doing more than... Boy, you got a... I don't know what type of combo. They ain't a double combo. You doing a trio combo, man. There's no way you drinking all day and you just randomly pop up in a spider monkey zoo river, man. From drinking.
Off that PCP. Off that
I
stuff.
drank all day before. No. There's no excuse.
You want some other stuff, brother.
You did something else with it.
That's that PCP. That KCP, I'm telling you.
Oh, man. Look how skinny you are, man. Yeah, man. Bro, you like a crackhead. I gotta say it. I gotta say it.
No weight room. He ain't been in the weight room. He one of them type of people that skip PE class. You can just tell from his player bills.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Look at him.
Crackheads who wouldn't even go through this, man. And crackheads got superpowers. They not doing this.
Perhaps mistakenly thinking they were
The
trying
real.
to rescue him from the water. The man gets even closer. But when he's within reach, one of the monkeys sunk its teeth into his wrist. Another started biting his shoulder and arm. Unbeknownst to him, spider monkeys are highly territorial. He felt threatened the moment he had crossed the fence. Realizing he'd made a huge mistake, Dos Santos headed back towards the fence, where several zookeepers helped to pull him to safety and administered medical assistance. The bites were so severe that he was taken to hospital to be treated, and police began building a case to charge him for reckless behavior.
Reckless, man.
You tweaking.
Number 3, Chinese
Stupid,
peacocks.
Peacocks?
are some of the most beautiful birds you'll find anywhere in the world. With huge plumes of feathers that branch out.
They be aggressive, man. They be in zoos, man. They be aggressive, bro.
Stunning patterns, people often like to collect the feathers. Usually, this is only done by searching for ones that have fallen off naturally. In 2018, however, a group of tourists who were visiting the Zuyuan Zoo in Jiangsu, China, did something unimaginable. They jumped into the peacock enclosure and started to pluck feathers from 4 of the birds. They removed so many that the peacocks hardly
You
had
couldn't get
any
some
life
at the
at
store?
end of the ordeal. They were bleeding profusely from where they had been attacked. Fortunately, none of them died as a result. They were quickly taken from the enclosure to a quarantine facility where they were treated and began to recover.
Yeah, that's what
In
y'all
a
get.
worrying twist, one of the
Oh,
managers from the zoo
man.
said this wasn't the first time someone had tried to do this.
Tough.
And there simply weren't enough staff to keep an eye on people's behavior all the time. This particular enclosure had 41 peacocks with just 3 members of staff assigned to look after them, which is nowhere near enough to make sure they are safe with so little fencing to separate people from them.
Bro, man, you cop blocking, bro. That's how they mate, bro. That's how the males mate.
Yeah, and then you picking their feathers off? You think
How
that's
you gonna
funny?
put the jury on ours right here, man? Go do your thing. These dudes try to do their thing too, man. This their Rolex. That's they muscle. That's they flags.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
You
man.
playing games.
Come on, man. He try to get do his thing too, just like you.
That's like them taking your Rolex, taking your chain.
Kidnapping a penguin. Penguins
And all the
are
girls laughing
undoubtedly
at you
some of
because
the
a bird
coolest
took your
birds on
chain.
Earth. Because they usually live in such hostile or difficult to reach environments, the only places people are normally able to see them
You
is
still
in a
recording?
zoo. The fact that they seem so happy to be in
I ain't gonna lie, every time I see a
artificial
penguin,
enclosures
bro,
is misleading.
I see it
They much
in the lick,
prefer
bro.
to be in the open
Like a
ocean.
polar bear lick, bro. Like,
Overall
it's so
happy
easy.
means that not only
Bro,
are they one of the most
They
popular
be tossed
exhibits at the
around,
zoo,
ate up,
people
chopped
also
up.
often think they make for great
Man,
pets and would be fine
I
if
see
they were around people.
food when I see them. Food resource.
2012, after an evening of heavy drinking, 2 Welsh friends who were traveling through Australia thought it would be funny to try to rescue one of the penguins from the SeaWorld on Queensland's Gold Coast. They brazenly broke into the venue with a local after attending a nearby beach party. And then the 3 of them started by swimming in a pool with dolphins.
Where was you going to take this penguin?
To the crib? That penguin to the crib. He's like, I got me a penguin.
Not in Antarctica, bro. How you going to get the... Y'all, what do people be drinking nowadays, bro? Like...
You was finna take that bird to the
I know
crib.
Stupid shit, but man,
You was finna have that as a dog.
2 brains? That's 2... Oh, my
Once they got out, they found a fire extinguisher, which they set off in the shark tank, and then they turned their sights on the penguins. They carefully entered the enclosure and caught a 7-year-old fairy penguin called Dirk and took it home with them. According to statements that were filed during their prosecution, the friends woke up the next morning with the penguin in their apartment and had no memory of how it had got there. They tried to look after it by feeding it and putting it in the shower to keep it wet. But once they realized how difficult this would be, they tried to set the penguin free in a nearby canal.
I don't know, what year was this? What year was this, bro?
I can't believe something just
That's insane.
Thankfully, a group of locals saw them doing this and had heard of the incident at the aquarium, so they called the police, who quickly arrested the men and made sure the penguin was returned safely to its enclosure. The 2 men were then charged for trespassing and theft and were fined $1,000 Australian each, which is the equivalent of around $720 US.
Man,
You did all that for...
Man, he could be sitting in there, bro.
Boy, he gonna be sitting in the cell like these. Just sitting in there. Man. 700. You did all that for $720?
Taipei lion enclosure. They are the largest
we in the cell like these.
Somewhat of a reputation for being some of the most dangerous and unpredictable ones.
Yeah.
So we're probably the last.
So this is number 1. So this got to be the craziest one.
Especially without any experience or protective equipment. In 2004, though, a man in Taiwan did possibly the stupidest thing to ever take place in a zoo by doing just that. He had been visiting Taipei Zoo, and according to eyewitness reports, seemed to become possessed.
Bro, these lions look like they be on steroids, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, you guys know them steroid dudes be in the gym? Very vascular, and his skin look like almost like paper.
Yeah.
Like they always about to go and compete.
Yeah.
Got veins just popping up, random muscles. Bro, if you know, bro. Just crazy how these lions be so lean, bro. You know? Crazy.
Intent on converting the lions to Christianity. He jumped over the fence into the...
You're a different breed of people. I don't know, what planet are you from? Did you just say something about some Christianity? And then you hop in a lion enclosure like these? Oh yeah, you different breed of humans. I don't know what planet you from doing that. Look at this fool. Look at him. Talking about some Christianity, and then he in a lion enclosure.
Man, get the hell away from this Bible, man. I'm about to go sing you to your creator. To tell your creator that you just did the most stupidest shit you ever did in your life. And you oh my gosh.
Bro, that's
this
heck
dude's
of funny.
shirt tucked in. Bible. He's preaching the word, ladies and gentlemen.
And started shouting towards them that Jesus would save them. The 2 cats, a lion.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he gonna say you alright. We'll laugh at you. The billion quadrillion angels at the gates laughing at you because you're doing stuff like this.
They leapt towards him, attacked his right arm, and tore his clothes.
Ooh, yeah. God. Look at this fool.
They were able to get the man to safety. Despite the ordeal, he somehow managed to get away with just minor injuries to his arm and leg. Something the keeper said happened because the lions had only just been fed. They were hungry when the man entered.
So if he was, listen, if he was hungry, that's the face they would have made. And they would have said Game 7. LeBron style, Game 7, yeah. Roar. You've been on the tie-dye. You lucky. Ooh, yeah, he just been fed. People.
It makes sense now, bro.
Just likely he was suffering from
mental health is real, y'all. Mental health is real, y'all.
Of the story of Daniel in the lion's den from the Bible. Perhaps it truly was a miracle that he survived, or that he was just extremely lucky.
Yeah, he was. Anyways, it's gonna end off this documentary of people, top 15 people, just messing with animals. I think it's sweet. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all in the next video.